welcome to Roller. Today, Roller is going to be about releasing tension. I know that I usually have a muscle group planned and all that, but today I want to do some kinds of things that are going to both untangle any of the blocks that we have in our body, mostly in our back and our upper body, a little bit in our hips. And I'm also going to do active things that will run oxygen through our body and kind of cheer us up a little bit, give us some endorphins so that we aren't deeply depressed by the time we leave the class, that we're in fact quite the opposite. So we'll start, however, sitting on our roller with our head over our tailbone. This is all knotted up, our belly button to our spine, and just rolling back and forth and breathing. So your hand should be at the side, and I'm just playing with my chains because they just knotted up because I am such an amateur. Okay. All right. There are things that these people with Hollywood style cameras and nice lighting and they don't record live that do that I don't do. I'm all recording live and you're seeing everything that I'm doing at the moment. Nothing gets edited out. 8 more. 8, breathing. 7, make sure your head's over your tailbone, your ear, shoulder, hip alignment. Good. Nice. Got 5 more. 5. Woo. 4. I'm already feeling better. 3 and 2 and 1. All right, we're going for that lumbar. Put those fingertips behind you, slip above your tailbone and go up and down. I'm going a little bit slow here because what I want to do is get all the blocking out of that lower back. Sitting too long, scrolling too much, trying to figure shit out. Yeah, I guess I can talk like that on my own videos. Who knows? And just figure it out and work it through my system today. All right, up and down. Can't believe it's 2026. If you're looking at this in 2028, go back and see what was happening January 4th, 2026, and you'll see what we're talking about. All right, keep that belly button to the spine. You want to make sure that you're really, really releasing this lumbar. That's where the tension is. All right, I'd like you to put one leg up on top, and you're going to get a little bit of a different emphasis for 8. Make sure you get full range of motion. So all the hard stuff from the tailbone to the top of the lumbar, not past it. You don't want to get on your kidneys. And the other thing is you don't want to push it to your hands. Your hands are just keeping you from falling over. All right, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and last one. And then stay in the middle and then take that knee to the opposite eye and up and down. Great. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to move slowly into the hip. 4, 5. Stay that opposite eye. 6. So that means the whole package goes over, not just the knee. 7 and 8. Now guide it to that ear, the opposite ear. 1. So you can feel how this wraps around your hip. 2, 3, 4, 5. I did a lower back take a break this morning. 6, which will be posted later. 7 and 8, and all the way over the shoulder. 1, rolling myself back into my background. 2, make sure you have that hip wrapped. 3, you're on the side of your foot. 4, nice. 5, woo. 6, 7, and 8, and then you're folding it as far as you can go, up and down. 1, so you're mostly on your hip now. 2, I have to take my foot off my knee, so I'm going to put my foot on the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, woo, 7, I'm feeling stuff, and 8. Bring it back to center, up and down on that lumbar for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put the heel on that knee, up and down. 1, good. 2, I'm going to come forward a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Over to that eye, up and down. Take everything up. So your hips starting to wrap. 2, 3, Good. 4. Pull the belly in. 5. That'll give you so much more extension. 6, 7, and 8. Over to that ear. Up and down. 1. Breathe. 2. And your foot is starting to tilt. 3. So your instep is off the floor. 4. Yeah. 5, 6. Woo. 7. And 8, and over to that shoulder. Feeling those hips. 2, you might scoot your hand in a little bit. 3, 4, 5, feeling it. 6, 7, and 8. We take it all the way down. Yeah, you need this. Yep. Nice. Breathe into it. Now we're going to stay on this side here and take the leg behind and extend this leg out. And it's that diagonal rotation that we do on hip day, putting that arm overhead and then coming down into a fold and up. This is going to be a little bit more tension and release. 3, 2, 3. Nice. 4. Nice. 5. 6. Reach up. 7. And 8. And hold it back here. I want you to come down to your elbow and lift and lower that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now bring it in, and we're going to rotate toward it with our upper body. 1. So this is not a roll, but it is a release. 2, 3. They don't need to touch. You just have in that position. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to bring our hands down, bring ourselves back to center on the lumbar, up and down for 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then go over to the other side, extend that leg. You're in your diagonal. You're going to reach down and 1. Go up and down. 2. Nice. 3, 4. And I'm too far back. 5. Good job. 6, 7. Nice. And 8. You're hanging out back here on your elbow. Lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then bend that knee, arm behind the head, curl. 1, 2, rotate. 3, fill in that upper back. 4, we're going to get to rolling on that later. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now bring yourselves up. One of the other places that we tend to hold a lot of that tension is in our groin. So we're going to do that, a quick hip crease moment here. So you're going to lower yourself down to that roller, putting it in your groin muscle in the middle of the roller. You have your leg long. The middle of the roller is in the middle of your groin right here. And then the other knee is scooted up. You're on your elbows and you're going up and down that groin. 1. You're on your toes back there. 2. So you're flexed. 3. Just not a hard flex. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I just want you to lower the knee, flatten the leg, put your hands down, and then put your head on it and let your chest drop and drape over the roller. And we're going to hold this. It's pushing into the groin muscle and releasing everything. The hips, the thighs, the legs, the back. Now from this position, you're going to curl your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to the glute. 7, and hold it here on 8, and then you're going to lift it off the floor. 1, 2, up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it and extend it. Come back up onto your elbows, and you're going to slide it out to the outside. 2 to the long end of the roller. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it back in, and then you're going to push into your hands, coming up to the center, and switch that over to the other side. Nice. Same position. Come on down to your elbows, feet into the floor. As soon as you're there, just start rolling with me. I'll start counting because it takes people a little bit more time to get into this position. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Flatten that foot, drop that knee, lower the head to your hands, and just let yourself drape over it. All right. Hamstring curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower it down, extend it, come on up to your elbows, slide to the end of the roller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And push off and come to the center. We're going to do cow poses right here. So you're going to go out, letting the roller roll to the middle of your arm, sitting back, and then you come up onto your fingertips, creating length upward and then length backwards. 2, reach, and lift. And 3, reach, and lift. And 4, reach, and hold it here. Rotate your wrists toward the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we bring ourselves up, turn ourselves around, and we are going to go into that back. All right, wrap your arms around your head, and we're going up and down our back. You're lifted in your lifted position. You're going from the bottom of your rib cage to the tops of your shoulders. You're going to do 8 of these. 2, 3. This is 3. And this is 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I want you to stop below your shoulder blades and just hold it right there. You don't have to push the bridge up. You just let yourself be in this stance naturally. So you're not pushing our hips up or anything. We're just in this stance naturally. It's a kind of a casual reverse tabletop. Holding it right there. I want you to really feel this push and penetrate. And then we're going to come over halfway to the side, not all the way. So I'm looking at the corner of my room, and we're going to hold that. You'll feel some of the connection between the neck, back, and shoulder tension here, the serratus, and parts of the deltoid and parts of the back are engaged. It's a really nice sweet spot, and it's a spot that doesn't get enough attention, right? So when you're hanging around on the roller, you might pick this spot instead of a normal spot, a standard spot to kind of sit on. All right, you're going to bring that all the way over so that your lower arm is behind the roller, but you're still curled. Your lower body is still centered. Then you take a big inhale and exhale and come back to the center. You're going to hold it here again. You feel like the shoulder blade on the side you just worked is a little higher than the one on the side you didn't work. That's normal. Now to that diagonal and hold it. Breathe into it. And then take it all the way over so that your arm is behind the roller. You have that wrap. Your hips are still facing the ceiling. And then come back to the center. We're up and down for 8 again. 1, woo, 2. I found a new crack. 3. So every time you move, you loosen something. 4 that you might feel some release from that you didn't even know was there before. 6, 7, and 8. Now I want you on where your shoulder blades are. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to take the arms out and bring them together. 2. Now, if you feel like you can't keep your head up, 3, you could put one arm behind and switch. 4, 5, 6. I just want you to feel the action in these delta. 7, well, 8. All right, bring the hands back behind again, and then we'll go over to the side, let the elbow land, put the other arm up. Good. Put the arm behind again, come back to center, other side, and release the arm up. All right, bring the arm behind the head and up and down for 4. And we're going to do the neck from the side rather than the back. So I want you to lower your glutes, take your roller, put it in your neck, get your earring out of the way, and just lie there. Then roll on and over to the other side. I want you to actually do that roll so that you feel the massage. And then come back to the center. Now I want you to put mat down for your arms because I do believe, you may or may not believe this, but I do believe that planks are a tension releaser. Mostly because you have to focus on the alignment of your entire body. So I'm putting this down for my elbows or my hands, depending on what I decide to do. And we're going to do a plank and then we're going to do a pike plank. All right, we haven't done pikes for a while because I've been worried about my foot, but I think I can do it today. All right, so look, you can be on your elbows or on your hands. I just want you to hold a plank for 20 seconds. It's not going to be a long one, so stretch your legs out. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders and they're even. Sometimes we are uneven and we don't even notice it, right? Just hold it right there. Looking down, so you don't need to look at the camera. Your roller is between your ankle and your shin, and that's your 20 seconds. So sit back into cat pose. Now the pike is going to be bringing the roller in and taking your legs straight to the ceiling into a kind of pike position. So you're taking your glutes to the ceiling. That's your job, right? If you can. If you can't, just hold the plank. If you can't hold the plank, then crawl on here and hold tabletop, okay? That's the other option. All right, stretch that out. We're only going to do 8 of these, so let's take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the knees down and come around. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do, again, like I said, activity today. So we're going to take the roller under us and do things like our jackknives and so on. Maybe some splits up in the air. So you're going to lie yourself all the way down. You can be on your roller, on your mat for this or not. You're going to lift your glutes up and you're going to stick that roller above the tailbone and below the lumbar. I'd like you to go side to side first with both legs. Just a little bit of massage here. Good. And then you're going to hang on to the roller while you get into tabletop position. And then take it all the way up, one leg at a time. First, we're just going to do 45 to 90. Lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. So exhale, back up. So you exhale back into neutral spine, right? If this hurts your back at all, just hold your legs up. That's enough of an exercise. Trust me. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now, we're not going to lift yet. We're just going to take it over to the side. So we're going to take it one side, then the other, creating a smile, right? Or a big loop. Good. Breathe into it. Breathing is so important because you're really working through the back. And we want to be nice to our backs. They really support us. 4 more. 4. Good. Through a lot of stuff. 3. Good. 2. Nice. And 1. Both sides. All right. So now we're going to take it into a lift. So you lower to 45 and you lift up. And lower. Good. And lift. 3. And again, you can stick with what we just did in the last set. 4. Nice. 5. And try to come down vertebrae by vertebrae. 6. 7. And 8. A little too much over my chest and not enough straight up. So I'm correcting my form as I do it. All right, let's take it to one side then the other. And 2. Nice. 3. Good. 4. 5. 6. 7. Good job. And 8. Nice. Now we're going to try to take our legs back as far as we can go without furniture in the way. Bend your knees, bring it back up and down. All right, bend those knees again. You're going to take them side to side, moving from the hips. Now this should be easy at this point because we really loosened up. Try to keep those knees above those hips. I saw my knees going in, so maybe yours were too. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch down and up. You might not go all the way down because that might be too hard on your back, but you can row back and forth. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now take one leg out. Same thing. 1. Nice. 2. This makes it a little easier on your back. 3, 4. Nice. 5, 6. Good. 7 and 8. Switch out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. You're manipulating that core, right? 4. Belly button to spine. 5, 6. Good job. 7 and 8. And bring those knees to tabletop. All right, now we're going to get on our roller. So let's slide it out from under us. Let our legs come down. You're going to take the roller to the side. And you're going to put your mat beside it. So let's put our hands behind our legs. Put our curl ourselves up, and then drop those legs forward, bringing yourself all the way up. So let's put that mat beside the roller so we have some place to land when we get to that position, to that part. All right. Let me get unfolded. Yeah. And then we, of course, we lie down on the roller the same way we lie down on a Pilates mat. Get your head over your tailbone, your belly button to your spine, and then you curl yourself all the way down. Okay. Lift your glutes up, take them down the roller, wiggle your upper body up, and you're going side to side. A little bit of rolling here. Nice. Just going to get rid of that tension, or at least alleviate it for the time that we're doing this, because it's not going to stop. All right, sorry to say. All right. I want us to do the alignments now and again before we stretch. So we're going to do 1 minute now. So I want you to bring your arms close to your body. And I want this to be the spinal one, the one where you really go deep into your spine. So for a minute, you're going to breathe up and down that spine, getting those arms really close. So big inhales and exhales through your nose, out through your nose, in through your nose, and just feel that. Let me get to time. Okay. You're halfway there. Just keep breathing deep. Make sure you're on the back of your head. And more seconds. Okay. You're going to put your left hand out onto your fingertips. You're going to take your legs to tabletop. You're going to extend your left leg. You're going to put your right arm behind your head and curl yourself up. When you come over to the crossover, I want you to come full to the side and then back to the center. We're going to do 10 with a 10 hold. 2 and extend. 3. Nice. You don't look up, you look between those legs. 4. Don't watch the foot. 5. Fingertips only. Elbows into palms off the floor. 6. Good. This is how we work on our balance. 7. Nice. 8. Good job. 9. Good. And hold it here for 10. Rotate it just a little bit more. And this is actually going to be a 20-second hold. Nice. 10 more seconds. Good. Bring everything back to the center. You're going to put those other fingers out, put the arm behind the head on the other side, extend the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Big rotation. 9. We're going to hold it here on 10. Good. Keep that rotation. 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Come back to center. Lower your head, reach both arms out, and take those legs down, knees together, feet apart. Good. Breathe into it. All right, bring those legs back up and all the way up. We're going to do adductors nice and wide. Big movements also help release tension too, because they absorb our focus. 3, 4, going for 10, and then we're going to change up on it. 5, 6, 7, look at the ceiling. 8, slightly pointed legs. 9 is as long as you can get them, but if you have a bend in them, that's okay. 10. Now, you're going to soften them out here on the 10 and bring just one leg at a time. 2, keep that other leg out. 3, look at the ceiling. You don't need to look at me. 4, you're on your fingertips. 5, 6, 7, 8. It gets heavier when you bend it. 9 and 10. Leave that one out there, other one in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now bring them together. 1, feels easier because you can use that space across your back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold them in that 45 there. Curl up toward it. Curl up toward it. Then bend the knees and extend to 45. 3, 4. You still have those fingertips in the floor. 5, 6, 7. Belly button to spine. 8, 9, and 10. And then you're going to open the legs, put one hand through, close it, put the other hand through, close. 2, 2, keep your curl up. 3, make sure your head is not back on your neck. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, going through that clamshell. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and 10, both sides. Lower your head, slide those arms in, put those legs down. We're going to do our last alignment. So this one's going to be the one where we calm our nervous system. So for a minute, we're going to have those hands as close to the roller as possible. Our head on our spine. We're going to close our eyes and do meditative breathing. So for some of you, that might be box breathing, 4 in, 6 out, 6 in, 8 out. Or for others, it might just be soft, normal breathing, whatever calms your nervous system. So we're starting in 3, 2, 1. You're halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put the palms together. Interweave the fingers, invert the palms, and then curl yourself up, pushing those palms to the corner of the room. Good. Just hold it. Probably looking between your thighs. Good. Lower it down and then slide on to your mat. We're going to stay on this mat without the roller for just a few seconds. You want to find the center of your mat in case you haven't, and then just let your body spread out. Good work. Okay, let's put that roller under our knees. Take ourselves up into our lift. Oof. You want to feel nice and long in the hips and nice and wide across the girth. And then you're going to take your legs to tabletop right here. Just hold that tabletop. We're going to do everything with such deliberate intention. Take one leg up, take the other leg up, that we're going to make this, a stretch that counts. So one leg down and the other leg away. So we'll start with our normal stuff. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. And we'll hold that for 30 seconds. While you hold it, you have a lot of options. Of course, you breathe into it. That's not an option. And you can keep trying to get a little bit of minor stretching here by pulling and pulling. But you can also massage that opposite groin muscle, and that helps release more of that hamstring, and the leg starts to come down more. So that is also another option. So you can get all of this going on at the same time. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. About 5 more seconds. Now I want you to release it. I want you to do 10 switches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it again. Good. And we're going to do 20 seconds here. Same thing. You could do the same thing that you did before. Nice. This will feel fast. All right. Let's do 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And hang on to it. So you're doing a little active isolated stretching along with some static stretching. And you're going to do 4 sets of 2s with a hold. So 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. Last time. 1, 2, hold. And we're going to give that 15 seconds. Looking at the ceiling. I want you to bend the lower leg so that you're just touching the floor with your toes, taking the outside of the foot and pushing that knee down into your armpit, right? And then letting that lower leg tilt out onto the little toe. Good. And hold that stretch. Now, straighten the bottom leg out and extend it again. You're going to take this to tabletop and just take it out to the opening. Don't let the other glue come off the roller. Now slip your hand onto the roller and take it across your spinal twist. And back to the center. And we're going to bring the legs back to tabletop and then switch to the other side. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. Big inhale and exhale, lower. And this is your first 30 seconds. And then breathe into it. You know what your options are. Feel it separating. It feels so good. Okay, here come our 10 switches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and hold 20 seconds. Okay, 4 switches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go. And 4 sets of 2. 1 and 2. Grab it. Second set. 1 and 2. Grab it. 2 more. 1 and 2. You got it. Last one. 1 and 2. And let's hang out there. Grab the outside of that foot. Bend the other knee. And let that leg drop out onto its little toe. Bring that knee down into your armpit. Extend that bottom leg. Bring that knee to tabletop. Take it to the outside opener. Holding onto the roller for balance. Look at the ceiling. Just lift that hand onto the roller. Take it across for your spinal twist. Look away from the knee if you can. Bring it back to the center. Bring your knees to the center. Lift it straight up. Point your toes. Flex your feet. Point and release. Take it out into your big wide. Make sure it's over your hips. And then swing side to side. Big breathing here. Let's do big open mouth breathing so that we get the last bit of tension out of our body, at least temporarily. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it float. And then soften those knees. And then bring it together for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One leg to tabletop, the other leg to table. Floor and floor, lift up. Take that roller out. Hold, 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 hold. Starting at your heart. Lower down. Put those legs into butterfly, bottom of the feet together. 4 breaths. Close the back leg to the front. Close the back arm to the front. Push in to bring yourself up. Try to do it slowly so you don't get dizzy. Find your seated position on the floor. We're going to do simple stretch to one side and simple stretch to the other. We're going to put our hands together and crawl into our backs. Bring ourselves up. Breathe it up and down. 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. Thank you for coming to roller today. I tried to work on ways of releasing tension while working on our alignment, our balance, and our core.